All right. I don't know if the notification is going out, but we'll just get started anyway. So, welcome. This is the Thursday Suede Pulse, where we just give updates on what's gone on the prior week and what to expect for the upcoming days. And some very good news for anyone that just sat through that intro. This time next week, we should have a our bot that'll actually be fully agentic and X and able to stream space music that isn't this hold music that we have. So, maybe that hold music will be one of the biggest blessings that our Suede agent has had because everybody is going to flock to it, I imagine, because that hold music is a bit rough. So we will have that live. I hope everyone's checked out Suede Radio. Everything that's on that radio station, again, is made with using Suede AI. And anybody that created any of the songs that are on it, they get full credit and they can receive 100% royalties. They don't owe anyone anything, and they didn't have to pay for any studio time. They didn't have to pay for numerous sets of lessons. They just were able to create that music, and as we further refine, they'll be able to have more granular control that will have components of the music theory and things like that. But in the meantime, very cool, especially for content creators. If you are a content creator, make yourself some music. It's totally free, and you'll have full rights to it. No one can try and claim copyright against it or anything like that. So, that is definitely goes a long way. And if you want to personalize it as a content creator, you can do that as well. If you want to have your name in there 100 times, you can do that. It is fully at your control. So that is very good. I don't know if we want to start. I'm seeing that we have four people in it. Is that correct? Is that what everyone else is seeing? Just give me 100 if that's the case. Yeah, okay. Something's not right. And I kind of want to wait until we get some people in here to talk about some of the bigger components of what's rolling out, but I know everybody's been having issues with X recently, so we'll just thug it out in the meantime. So I guess we'll get into, all right, we won't go into that. We'll save that, but um, we can discuss the fact that we will, so we are working with Layer Zero directly. We've partnered with them. So they've built out our multi-chain implementation along with our developers, which is very good because it opens up accessibility. And I was going to hold off on this, but I guess I'll throw it out there now. We will have the contract live tomorrow. So that means if you're on base, you will be able to bridge to base and utilize it as you would. Our liquidity pools should be live over the weekend. Those will be on virtuals. So we're going to leverage the GAME framework for the agent that I was referring to earlier. So, that is going to be very helpful. If anyone doesn't know who Virtuals is, they are a force in the AI agent space, and they are the only entity that I'm aware of that has a partnership with X, which is wonderful because that means that the agents don't get rate limited, and the typical issues that a lot of the agents run into currently um, don't happen. So let me see here. All right, so Druid wants to come up. What's up, Druid? You are live, I believe. I think you just got to come off mute and you should be good to go. Hmm. I'm seeing we have decent amount of people in here, but some reason. All right, well, Druid, if you get it figured out, you are up here, you can talk, but yeah, so we will be partnered with Virtuals and our implementation of our AI agent, which is Johnny Suede, will have the ability to enter spaces and stream music directly. And the people that are holding the spaces will cue it up by saying Suede, cue R&B. And so Suede will be basically marketing all day to all sorts of different sectors. It could be a sports podcast and they want some music that is like what we just listened to, and they'll be saying Suede, Suede, Suede. Um, so that's very good. Can everybody hear me? I'm being told the connection was lost. Just go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, if I'm coming through. Let's see. Okay, good. I got another. All right. You are up. Can you hear me? I don't know what X is doing, but anyway, so that'll be really good. So no rate limiting, and we'll have full reach. So X likes bots. They don't like bots that are just kind of crowding up the space, but they like bots that bring quality content, which brings people, and that's what Virtuals provides, and that's how they were able to establish that partnership, which, like I said, I think is one of a kind, and that was public a while ago, and so the agents will have no rate limiting, and they'll be built on the GAME framework, which gives us a lot of agility when it comes to adding out certain features like playing music in spaces. So that's huge. And then our coin is live on base, like I said. We will give the contract address out as well as the instructions to Bridge. We're building a custom front end on Super Bridge with Layer Zero, so it'll look really nice. It'll be fully suede and really good. And then we'll be on Stargate and all the other standard Layer Zero implementations. We'll also biggest agent on virtuals as of current market cap. So, I think that is pretty impressive. And I'm not sure how many people in here are in the AI agent space or have observed it for a while, but Virtuals is a team that I think, in spite of a lot of the slowdown that we've seen and a lot of the aspects of the continue to keep it, I think, world class and build and just what they're doing with the nation state AI agents is incredible. So basically, they're writing kind of rules for the road for commerce and trade amongst agents. And these agents will have the ability to represent us or people or companies, and they'll be non-sovereign in the sense that they won't belong to any nation state. And this has kind of been what Balaji has been implying for a while would be the case. And this allows, I think, what we'll see in the future is a lot of these different sort of non-nation states start to form their own regulatory bodies, their own governments, kind of similar to, early America, things like that, and or like a FINRA or not really an SEC, but a self-regulating body. And so they'll have to provide value for the tax dollars, and people will have the ability to opt into these, nation states. And based upon what sort of things they provide, it'll be competitive. And I think it'll be a very good thing for the people as a whole. So Virtuals is really spearheading that. And that's one of the reasons that we wanted to bring our base implementation to Virtual. So that's very exciting. Working with the Layer Zero team as well as Virtuals is an honor, and they've done incredible work and continue to, so that's super impressive. We also maintain that agent still will be at no cost. There's a small token gate, 7,500 tokens. It's a little over $100. And so you can go on there, create anything you want. You own it. All royalties, if you receive, are due to you. And then you can start to participate in governance, which we have set up with a treasury and the governance DAO structure on Realms. And we will also have on the EVMs as well. And then we'll have a sub DAO within Virtual. So very, very thorough implementation. We've, I think, checked every possible box there is. And really, I think when it comes to utility, it's kind of become a bit of a dirty word because oftentimes you have tokens that are kind of duct taped on and not really providing much utility except for kind of justifying their existence. And in that case, you might as well be a meme coin and build a strong community and have, something fun. So when the opportunity arose for AI agents and people to receive royalties based on influence that they have over the agent, which is the percentage of tokens they have, it actually made sense. It was, a case in which the tokenomics were kind of necessary to allow the agent to really sustain itself and be a working project. So that is very good. Our first proposal will be on, let me see, I got block here. Our first proposal is going to be on who will actually influence the agent from our grant program, but let me bring block up here. All right, think you should be up. Um, yeah, I think you should be up in a minute. If not, I know X has been having some issues, but you are invited, so hopefully that'll come through in a minute. All right. All right, block, can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Did you have any issues getting in or?
No, no, I'm good. I just had something I had to do. I had to drop my kid off.
No, 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 no problem. I just actually just dropped the kiddo off. We were at the trampoline park. So that was fun. How's things with you?
Yeah, dude, things are good, man. Things are good. I'm on that road to 100, so we're
Good.
we're at the home stretch, man. But it's almost like working twice as hard as ever, and I'm always working hard. So it's a lot. Like it's a lot, but I think as soon as I hit my goal, I'll be able to kind of relax a little bit and just work on maintenance, and then not just like building so hard. So, but yeah, I'm chilling, man. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. Congrats on the 20K verified. That's impressive, man.
Thanks,
I
bro.
Yeah, I saw that. It's good stuff. I also was reading an article today about KOLs that were pretty vicious, and you were quoted in there in a good light. So I thought that was pretty encouraging. I'll send that to you.
I read it
Um,
yesterday.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was wild, man.
That she does not like me, dude. It's actually surprising that she put that in there, but yeah,
Well, I'm glad she did because yeah, there's a stark contrast for sure.
yeah.
Um,
It's interesting to see, because like I think a lot of accounts would do what we do, like once they get to
mhm.
this level, they would do the same thing. Look for brands, look for projects, look for protocols, blockchains. Even like I even did some work for Sui. So it's like
All right.
I think everybody wants to do this. I don't know if like I think a lot of people would turn to the dark side a little bit, but you don't necessarily have to. Just find good projects with like me and you partnering up to talk about Suede. That was a no-brainer. Like it's a good project, something that my community can get behind, that I can actually feel comfortable and like proud to put on my back and carry it for a little bit. Like I don't think I don't think people realize how easy it is to make money in Web3, to work in Web3, to have clients in Web3, to make friends in Web3 without having to like scam and do things kind of duplicitously or deceptively. Like it's not that hard, man. It's not that hard. And even if I promote something that ends up going bad, I think people understand that ultimately, like, hey, it's not his fault. He wasn't the team behind it. It was just he chose to trust the wrong people, and I've done that before too. So that's why I really wanted to like work with you, bro, because in the long run, people are gonna remember like the the wins that they got. Like obviously they're gonna remember their losses, but if I can bring them a solid play, like people who bought Suede when I started talking about you guys like 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
they're happy. They're happy. Solana nuked from
Yeah.
280 to what is it now? 126.
122, I think.
Yo, that's over. Was that over 50%? That's like
Yeah.
56%, dude. So, and you guys have been like chilling, like no
Yep.
worries. So they would have all their money still in like if they wanted to exit, they would have made all their like it's just I don't know. They would have made Solana and they would have kept their money. I don't know, man. Like I think that's a huge win and that's a huge like selling point. That's why I'm always talking about that. So, but yeah, dude. I'm glad to be in a quoted in a positive light, I guess. But dude, she does not like me at all, bro.
Well, we'll take the W regardless. But yeah, man, I think what I've learned on this process is I think there's a lot of cases where probably teams didn't intend for things to end the way they did. It's just hard as hell. And when you're working as hard as you are, to create what you have, a lot of people I think don't really necessarily have that same level of passion and aren't willing to put kind of everything on the line. I know there's a few times where I think probably a more reasonable person would have kind of walked away from Suede in the early days. But we just fought it out and did whatever it took. So I think a lot of times, people don't intend to do wrong. Like early on, we kind of got like extorted by a lot of people all at once. And that, almost really hurt us. They said they were going to go on to Twitter, say bad things. And at that point, I was just thinking, like, do I continue to throw everything I have into this, or do I just, take the L and walk away? And, at that point, it would have been forever kind of like a stain of doing, the wrong thing, even though my intentions were good. So, I think there are a lot of cases where probably teams start out or KOLs start out meaning to do well, and then just, it doesn't work out. And, when a number goes down, people tend to look at you in a much different light. I've found so. Yeah, I think that's a case.
Dude, they lose their minds.
I know. Well, I got to tell you, so I've made a few people more money than they've ever seen off just holding Suede in their life. And some of them are new time investors. And I had one guy just the other day, he had invested 200 and it was up to like 2,200. And he was complaining because he wanted to get a car or something like that. And he was saying, if Suede could just keep going up, he would be fine. And so I think sometimes maybe we set the bar a bit high or the expectations are unrealistic. But yeah, no, it's a whole different ballgame. And keep in mind, we were, making all-time highs against Solana. We just weren't going up as parabolically in US dollars as we were previously, where every day was a 2x at least. So yeah, it's sentiment shifts quick, and that's why I like utility. I was talking about it before. Utility's kind of like a bad word because there's a lot of cases where I don't think it actually is the utility. There's no need for a token, or it's just kind of corny and like there's just like a justification that, oh, we're not a meme coin, we're utility, we're the it's I think it's kind of silly. But one thing, substantive products that are actually building things and like building inherent value into the token with receiving of royalties or impacting of the AI, building actually utility, like the sentiment can shift time and time again, but the earnings and the cash flow and things like that are going to remain valuable. So that's one of the things I believe helps us to weather a lot of the storms that we've kind of had, that and just being, just voraciously nonstop, probably to I don't want to say unhealthy, but to a founder mode level. We are very much the team that's with me and myself are, this is kind of what we eat, breathe, live. This is us. And so, we've committed everything to it. And, but I would be very scared if I had to live off of sentiment. Because man, that stuff changes quick, and a meme that might have been hilarious yesterday may look real dumb when the price is going down, or vice versa. One that seemed dumb yesterday, maybe it's funny now because it actually fits. So sentiment is fickle, and we try to just provide value, and I think that the market is fleshing that out. Um, but,
Yeah, I think that's one of the things with consistency, man.
mm,
You guys are consistent, so you're always I don't know, like people and their I guess their moods are inconsistent, you know, because sometimes they're going to love you,
Right.
sometimes they're going to hate you. But if you're consistently doing the same thing every day, working hard, um, people are going to see that. And if they're mad right now, they're not going to be mad forever. They're going to eventually they're going to get on board and kind of understand what the bigger picture is. So yeah, I think that there's a lot to be said for consistency, man. Like that's one of the main things I've learned from crypto Twitter, Web3. It's been consistency and how I mean, even like when I talk to successful people, I've spoken to like movie stars, I've talked to music stars, I've talked to millionaires, you know, in business and in real estate, stuff like that. And every single one of them says, just stick with it. They say like be consistent. They say do the same thing every day. They say, you know, stuff like that. That's like, and but I never really understood it the way I understood it. I thought kind of like people are just saying whatever, but it's not. It's literally consistency is the key to success. Like if you want to be successful in anything, you're gonna have to do it. Go hard at it the same way every single day. And yeah, dude, the fact that you guys are consistent, I think, will change a lot of minds and hearts too, man. Like you made that dude 2 grand, and he's fucking. He's like, it's not enough. Give me more. Like, no, dude,
I
it
know.
doesn't work that way. We just have to. We just gotta be consistent, bro. We just gotta be consistent.
Yeah, man. And there's been a few people that have made good six figures. And one, unfortunately, and I don't want to, stigmatize anybody, but um, decided to gamble a lot of it away, unfortunately. But yeah, it's cool seeing people that you like really win. And like I have a friend who's a financial planner, and he's made more money off the 3 months that Suede has been around than he's made on all his investments for himself and his family in the entirety of his career. So that's pretty cool. And some people go crazy with it and kind of just need more and more and more. And some people kind of like use it as a foundation to kind of, take care of some things that they wanted to and establish themselves a bit. So, I think it's just a matter of personality and kind of where your head's at the time. I'll tell you, if I was in my, early 20s and I made a ton of money on an investment, I can't say, full confidence I wouldn't have done something silly as well. So I'm just glad I am where I am now, the mindset I have now, and that consistency. It's so key because you learn every way not to do it. That really, I think, is in my business career in particular was just learning what not to do, what doesn't work, like who not to put faith in, who to put faith in, what to look for because you've seen what not to look for. It's like a lot of that, you're not going to find YouTube videos about because it's not really like it's we don't see it as kind of what causes success, and it's not that sexy. But I think, really learning what to avoid, what doesn't work is a big part of consistency because, you learn what not to do. And if you're consistent, you show up the next day. If you're not, you kind of let that take you down and you try something else. So yeah, consistency is definitely key. It's funny. I was headlining a space today and we had the time wrong. I think there was a time change. I thought it was at one. Fortunately, 50 messaged me and got me in, but I felt like, and I felt all day, I felt so flaky, even though, the time was, I was given the wrong time. I just felt flaky that I was like 5 or 10 minutes late. And so, we're redoing the space and everything. So that's great. But yeah, it's just, I think, you get to an age and a point in your career where it's just like your standards are kind of all you have, and you are determined to show up for yourself no matter what, and you've got enough established that you're not willing to lose it. So it's just by any means necessary, especially like you said with a kid, like, there's no excuse for any shortcuts or any sort of mishaps that aren't avoidable, I'd say. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. And I appreciate the kind words. We have some pretty cool stuff. I don't know if you heard in the beginning. We're officially multi-chain. We're actually gonna be omni-chain, so we can bridge to every EVM, which is cool. And it's all a value add for token holders because it's with layer zero. So any tokens that get bridged get locked. So there's nothing that's ever added to the supply. And when you bridge back, the ones on the other chain just get burnt. So we're going to be locking up a ton of tokens in liquidity pools on a number of chains, Aerodrome on Optimism, as well as virtuals with Base. And that's going to give us the ability to use the GME framework. And so we'll have this time next week, we'll have agents that can join spaces and they can play music, they can stream music from the site, and there's no rate limiting. So Virtuals has a partnership with X, and they're the only people that I'm aware of that has a partnership like this. So if you are with Virtuals and you build on that framework, you have no rate limiting, you have the same enterprise sort of accessibilities. So that's going to be really beneficial. And I think it's going to be free marketing all day, because you could either have hold music or you could say, Suede, cue up R&B, and you'll have a song that's actually doesn't make you want to jump off a bridge. So I think that'll be really cool, and it's going to be in all sorts of spaces. I think you could find talk show hosts that are on X. You could find news. I think really it's going to be implemented. He could be in 500 different spaces at once, and everybody is saying Suede to queue it up. So that's cool. And then for our token holders as well, we're going to put this up for governance exactly how much we're going to offer certain projects the ability to have their name as the keyword instead of Suede if they hold a certain amount of Suede token. We haven't decided what that is yet, but it'll either be everyone queuing Suede all day and marketing for us, or it'll be someone paying token holders to use it. So either way, we're pretty psyched about that. But the adapter is live, so we are multi-chain. And also, I want to tell everybody first and foremost, if you are ever uncertain if you're dealing with the right CA or someone tells you a contract address or to connect your wallet to something, don't ever do it. I've been doing quite a few security checks recently, and there's all sorts of groups on Telegram that have one little button that says claim now. And, that's compromising your stuff. So always check in at least two or three places. Use multiple wallets. That's just good hygiene. If you can, use cold wallets, but always have any wallet that you're going to have active, always have that as kind of a different wallet from what you store the majority of your funds in, because I've heard so many horror stories. I've had a few instances that fortunately were not very detrimental, but it's you don't want to learn that the hard way by any means. It can be pretty devastating. So um, just be aware. And if you're ever uncertain, verify it from us in at least two places. Go to our Telegram, verify it on X, go to our YouTube, go to our Medium page, go to our LinkedIn, go to our link tree, go to our .org site, suedeai.org, suede.so. But check those out, because taking a few extra seconds has really saved my ass a few times, and it's a lot on a lot on the line when you're dealing with bearer assets. So I just implore everyone to be really careful with that. But I don't know, Block, did you have anything you want to touch on? Did you want to bring some people up, or I'll let you kind of do your thing?
I don't want to hear from any of these people. No, I'm
I
just
should have
kidding.
figured that. I know, I know.
No, anybody who wants to
I
come
love
up
it.
and have a conversation with us, definitely just hit the request button. Um, we actually have like, dude, oh my God, dude. I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it. We have like 15 requests right now. I'm not bringing any of you
Oh
guys
wow.
up. I'm gonna wait till
I
we
get
get
this.
dude, the person who I want to talk to, they have not requested yet, so I'm gonna wait and see when they request, then I'm gonna immediately bring them up. So
Fair. All right.
yeah,
All right. I'll be ready for it.
yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, I don't really have anything. I'm just kind of I guess I don't know. I guess I'm kind of shocked a little bit. You told us last time that you were going to do this, but I thought it was going to take more time because I was like, yeah, this is like kind of, it's just sound like such a big undertaking. Like, yo, we're going multi-chain. We're gonna burn tokens. It was a lot, you know. So now that you're like, oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did that. And I'm like, oh shit. How long did it take? It was literally last week that you were talking about it.
So we've been working on it for about 2 weeks, and we actually have about 15 layer zero devs and about nine virtuals devs that are helping us with it. And we are what they call a high priority asset. We're going to be the fourth largest agent on virtuals, and so they are it's a really great partnership for everyone involved. But yeah, we've been full bore on it about 2 weeks, and yeah, that's very fast. But we don't have the luxury of slowing down when the market is the way it's been recently. The noise is down, the distractions are down, there's not a million opportunities everywhere, so it's a really good time to just kind of focus and just hammer out whatever you need to. So we've been full bore on that. But yeah, about 2 weeks, and it's pretty exciting. And Layer Zero, to their credit, they do make it a lot easier than it would be otherwise, because they have a very good standard. But yeah, and when you mention burning, a lot of people don't know this. We burnt over 53% of the supply. So that's why some places you'll see that the market cap is around 7 million. And some places you'll see that it's around, 16 million. That's because we had CoinGecko and a few other aggregators or data aggregators get rid of the burnt coins so that it wasn't looking more inflated than it actually was. But that's a really great thing for token holders as well. And the way I look at it, a lot of people assumed our market cap was 24 million and they were buying. So when everyone, kind of returns to the market, I think in full force and realizes that, hey, over half our supply is actually gone forever. If you look at our top holder, it's Incinerator 111. And they're actually buying us now at around 8 million, not 25 million. I think it's going to be super bullish. Also, our AI agent is such a small component of our platform. We're an AI project, but the AI agent really, we built that like a month or two after we started. It's kind of just there to facilitate stuff like playing music in spaces or advertising certain music to certain demographics. Our platform is an actual application. So if you go on Goat Index, you'll see that there's different designations like agent, apps, platform. We're actually all three of them, and we're the only one with an app designation that I'm aware of. It changes from day to day, but in the top 10. So yeah, we're definitely excited. I think the price would be substantially higher if we weren't in the current conditions we are, but by no means am I going to complain. I don't know of any other asset that's held up as well as we have in crypto, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I really don't. Over a week period, month period, 3 month period, we're still up 200,000% in the past 3 months. We bonded 3 months ago and we were, on spaces at around 40K, 50K. And now, depending on how you look at it, we're around 15 million. So um, definitely a testament, I think, to kind of, I don't want to take too much credit. I think a lot of it is just being right place, right time. And the technology has evolved to a point where we can do things that a lot of people wanted to a year or two ago and just couldn't. And the technology has evolved so much that we can. I'm sure you know as well as anybody, NFT guys were all about the music on chain and the verifying of IP and stuff like that, and the technology just wasn't there yet. So we really the stars kind of aligned to make this possible. But definitely not complaining about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's actually wild. Most tokens, oh God, dude.
I know.
Most
I
token,
know.
there's like I don't even know how many tokens are even bonding now. None. Like over the past
Yeah.
couple, I think few days to a week, we've had less than 10 actually bond or something like I can't remember what the actual numbers are, but
Wow.
it's been like 99% down. So the fact that you guys have been able to do that, what you've been able to do, and stick around for this long. I mean, I don't know. Like people are really bullish on hype launches, but they always get wrecked. You know, like I know I
Yeah.
do it. I get wrecked on these hype launches. It's a FOMO thing, right? But like after a while, you learn like, oh, okay, this is why they're trying to like, fast, 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 hurry, 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 now, now, now. It's because there's no substance there. There's no there. It's flash in the pan type stuff. Like it's not going to stick around. But like when you have like someone who's willing to like do the work, like you guys are actually like doing the work, and like sticking around for months and months at a time. And if a token has gone past 3 months and they haven't nuked, like absolutely just nuked, like, oh hey, our wallets got hacked and blah blah. Oh hey, one person on the team, he sold all his supply. That's why it went down. Like none of that garbage is happening. There's if nothing 3 months, then you're good. Like it's a solid project. You can put your money in there, especially at a time like this when like, bro, like I said earlier, you put your money 3 weeks ago into Suede, you still have your money. You might have a little more. It's not something that's gonna go up fucking, two, three, 400%. But dude, Solana went down 56%, so you already would have lost half your money. So that in and of itself is a win. Like a win is a win, man. Take the win. Otherwise, you're just gonna be jumping into these hype launches and getting wrecked every single time. It's KOLs wrecking us. There's teams wrecking us. Single lone wolf 13-year-old
Yeah.
developers wrecking us. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired, bro. Like, I'm so sick. And I've had people in my
Yeah.
DMs like, yo, can you promote this? Can you promote that? I'm like, no, dude, I can't. Like, I absolutely can't. I'm already, like, I'm sick, dude. I'm not taking that risk. Like, I want to promote, like, solid, like projects that have fundamentals. Like, yo, you got the fundamentals down. Okay, great. Like let's work together. Like you've been here how long? 3 months. Okay, great. Oh, you have some actual utility, not some just BS. Like, oh, okay, great. Like that's perfect. You're doing half the work for me. Like all I have to do is tell people about it. Awesome. Like that's what I think people should be like worrying about and actually like putting their brain power into like looking into and stuff like that. Otherwise you're just kind of just trying to get into the beginning, like getting in early to the Ponzi when like no one gets in early. You have to be an insider if you to get in early, and like, how many people are in insider groups? Not very many, man. They're not they're not holding like they're not adding people to those groups. Like why would they mess up their money? So I don't know, man. I think it's really solid what you guys are doing. I think the fact that people are kind of starting to in my experience, people are starting to kind of wake up to the just wake up to the tactics, like the I don't want to say the shady tactic. It's just a human psychology thing. It's psychological. Oh, let's get them with FOMO. Like that's it. It kind of is shady, but I don't want to say it's shady. I'll just say they're using our own brains against us. There are people who like are really good at social engineering. They'll engineer you to think a certain way, to do a certain thing, to be a certain way, and then all so that they can get your money, dude. It's all so that they can get your money, and that sucks, bro. Like it sucks. So yeah, man. Something with actual utility, like, and how much? Like you only have to have like 75, $100, buy some token, and then you can start using the product. That's solid because most times you'll see, okay, you have to have 1 million tokens, you have to have 10 million tokens, you have to have, you know what I mean, like a few percent or something like that, and it's not feasible for most people. But with this, you can actually get in, start using the utility, start playing around with it, and then I can't wait for you guys to do the spaces thing. Having music in
Mhm.
spaces is going to be amazing because most people when they want to play music in spaces, they're using I don't know why it sounds so terrible, but they're
Yeah.
using their grandma's Radiocaster or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Play some good
That's why.
music with a real. I don't know. I'm excited for
Yeah.
it.
No, me too. And yeah, when I heard that, I'm like, it's 2025 and we have a phone up to a phone. Like, how is this happening? We're streaming across the world and we can't play audio. Like, we need to fix that. So, yeah, that's going to be super exciting. And it's funny, it's one of the smaller things that we're doing, we've done, but I think it's going to be like so popular because it's such a headache everywhere. I've yet to see any space that hasn't tried to play music and had it go off without a hitch. So
Well, except
yeah,
for
it's
mine. But even mine though, I have
yeah,
to
I was
get in the
say
goddamn car and you know what I mean? My neighbors hate
yeah.
me. Every time I'm doing a space, I'm sitting in my yard and I'm like they're just like, dude, turn that shit off. It's only for like 5 minutes too, but they're like, dude, stop. So I don't know, man.
Fair enough. Yeah, yours are good, but for the most part, I mean, even like, it's not full fidelity and not a big deal. No one really cares, but yeah, it'll be nice to not have to deal with that, and your neighbors will be happy. So what could go wrong?
Facts, bro,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, man, it's it's I'll open it up after this, but I'm glad that you brought up about people getting oh, the dev got rugged, this or that. Like, to me, that's inexcusable whether it was fully an accident or not. Like, I've in my spot as someone who created the product, and it's part of the reason why we burn so much, but it is completely up to me to be non-negligent and be as responsible as possible, because a hack destroys everybody's value instantly and it's not even a question of coming back. So, like, if a dev isn't fully aware or a team isn't fully aware of all the intricacies of cryptography and kind of the way in which the wallet signing and the key pairs work, then they're doing their community wrong, because that's a huge responsibility. People are trusting you, and I heard of just the other day. I was talking to someone, and they told me that I guess there was something called Soul Bank, and a team had like over half their supply on Soul Bank, and it got hacked. And I was just thinking, if I had over half my supply, anywhere, even in Fort Knox, I would be a nervous wreck. Like, that's so irresponsible, let alone on some third party yield farming app. Like, it's just wild. So yeah, that's if someone is listening to this, that is at some point gonna try and launch a project, there's no excuse if you get rugged or something, or if you get hacked or something like that. If something happens, someone gets your seed phrase, whatever, that's on you. Everybody is putting faith in you to be a bit more educated on these things than they are, and that's your role. So, yeah, that's very, very important. But yeah, I don't know if you wanted to open it up. If not, I think we went over a lot of the important things. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, man. Anyone who wants to come up and talk, just hit the request button. I was joking earlier when I said we have all these requests. Dude, I just be bullshitting. But yeah, anybody can come up and speak. Don't be shy.
I see Love and Jesus has had their hand up for a while. I guess I'll
Hey,
go ahead and hey, man.
hey, Suede, Good evening, Block. It's
Evening.
really nice being here with you guys. I have been interested since I came on the space. It's about music. I just got my, should I say first, soundtrack on Audio Mac. I've been trying to centralize platforms like Spores and a few ways to, make a community grow out of my music. But it has been mostly based on like guys like Chop and Wise Guy and Sui. They've been doing a lot for me, so I'm good, really grateful for the Web3 space. I'm looking to generate content, and I am happy with what I'm hearing. The updates about being able to stream live sounds on the space. It's necessary. And Block, please say hi to your neighbors and the kids on the block. I'm just really excited that we actually have developers working on us being able to, share our craft. Because graphic designers, they can come on, send a picture, everybody sees it. How about us to make music? So I'm glad, Suede, I'm really glad you are able to come on the space and give us updates like this. I think we should work on it. If you're a developer, keep working, keep doing what you're doing, keep giving what you're giving. I learned maybe just JavaScript. That was the only programming language I learned. So I don't think I'll be working on projects. I'll just be making music. But that's the way it goes.
Hey, that's all we need, man. That's good stuff. I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks, bro.
And that's yeah, no, thank you. And that's a big reason why we made the token gate so low and why we've made it free. We know what we have and what we're offering is
Hmm.
something that really is of such quality that we just want people to try it more than anything. Because anytime someone tries it, they have a blast and they own their stuff and there's no record labels trying to, gouge them for studio time. So we love
Exactly.
it. We love it.
Exactly.
I appreciate that.
Love you all. Love you guys on the space.
All right.
Keep
Much love.
engaging. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, my neighbors. I said hi to them. They just gave me the finger.
It just
Unfortunately,
flipped you off, yeah,
yeah, they
like the
just
13-year-old.
yeah, they just flipped me off. We got
Oh, man.
community charity coin up here. What's going on, guys?
Hey, I just wanted to pop in and say I love the space and like just the way you guys address things, like the integrity and the honesty behind things. It's absolutely refreshing and it's what people need to be focusing on. And like you said earlier, like, people just kind of like can steer opinions in certain ways by saying things, and it's just great that you're addressing things like that. And people need to be aware because it's so easy to get lost in all this, opinions over here, opinions over there, but it's going up, it's going down. Everybody's got opinions, but the reality is like exactly what you're saying. Just try to be transparent and you know limit those risks to yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to say you guys are doing a great job, and this has been an amazing space.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I think we're, in markets like this, we kind of, people that really want something sustainable kind of come together. And a lot of like I said earlier, the noise really gets fleshed out. So I'm glad you're here, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, thank you. Like it's my entire community is driven around finding people like that are based around that kind of stuff because a lot of these spaces how they go. There's somebody shilling something and it's them saying their project's going to 100x or 1,000x or whatever the case is, and we know
Yeah.
that's not the case.
Right, right. Yeah. Oh, we'll check you out, man. I got your info here, so we'll definitely take a look. I love I like the cut of your gib, that's for sure.
Thanks.
So
I
appreciate
appreciate it, guys.
appreciate it, man. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was
All right. I
solid.
don't know. That was
No, I was just saying that was solid. That was solid. Good take.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
take.
yeah. Good, solid take indeed. I agree. Um, I don't know, Slimy, you wanna come up, say anything? Maybe we'll take one more. I don't know if you're busy, if you can. I know it's Ramadan and everyone's going in at roughly around 8, but um yeah, I think it was a great space. And I appreciate everyone coming out, and I definitely appreciate Block. You always bring, the energy to it and the good vibes. So appreciate that 100%. And do you have anything else?
Um, I I don't know. No. Yes? Wait, let me think. No. I'm so stupid. No, I don't have anything. All I want to say is we should be following each other in the space. What I'm on a kick right now where I'm trying to get everybody to follow everybody so that we can sort of like, yo, when one of you guys is in a space, I can get the notification or I see it and I hop in. When you guys see each other in spaces, it's better to like we can actually build community stronger by following each other. Like, yeah, you want to follow all the speakers, yeah, like whatever, but more importantly than that, like we should be following a person, to your left, to your right. Scroll all the way down and start following those guys. I'm sure they'll follow you back. Everybody follow everybody back. This is the number one like foolproof way to build community is by following people and following people back so that when next time we do a space, when we do one next week, or maybe I'll do one, I don't know, man, I haven't done spaces in a while, but it's been a couple weeks or whatnot, but if I do a space like in the next couple days or not or something like that, like you guys will already be apprised, like you'll know because you guys are all following each other. Everybody's going to be retweeting and stuff like that, so you'll get the notifications and stuff like that. So definitely follow each other so that whatever message that you're trying to send, it actually, your community is going to be the first people to see it and to hear that message, right? So you're going to want to like grow your community as big as possible, and spaces are one of the best ways to do that. So definitely just scroll all the way down, start following people who you don't follow, and I'm pretty sure they'll follow you all back. Everybody please follow everybody back. And yeah, let's take it to Slimy. Oh wait, he just bounced. But yeah, just community building. Like this is what we're all trying to do in the space. Literally, when you're trying to grow your account, you're literally growing your community. But you can't expect for people to follow you. You have to like follow them, engage with them. Sometimes you'll have to like engage with multiple posts before you get a follow back, and that's just part of the game. Especially when you're a small account. Like when I was first starting out, that's how it was. It was very very difficult to get those follow backs. But after a while, like you'll realize, like you'll just realize how the game goes, and then you'll be able to 100% start winning for sure. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, definitely. All that is to say, like, it's so long winded, dude. I'm sorry. But yeah, just follow each other back so you guys. Oh fuck, dude.
No, that was good stuff.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, there
No,
you
that's
go.
good.
Follow everybody back though.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Blockman. We really appreciate it. And that was definitely some good advice. And yeah, I appreciate everyone here. We'll talk soon. And thanks again, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
Greeting from Gambia, West Africa.
Rugged.